Here we are again. The New York Rangers have fired head coach Peter Laviolette after a disaster of a season. And you guys know that this was not a good season whatsoever from the Rangers. They go from President's Trophy winners to being out of the playoffs. And again, just like from November on, everything, one thing after another, just disaster after disaster kept on coming in for the Rangers. The Jacob Trouba situation, the Artemi Panarin assault allegations, Laviolette not going into the locker room. Now, I saw a comment today on Twitter, and I thought it was a really good thing. Somebody said that, why are they firing Laviolette? He's not the problem. And somebody replied to that comment saying, he's not entirely the problem, but he's not a part of the solution. And I think that really speaks very well because he kind of, again, already wrote himself off when he said, oh, I don't go into the locker room. A coach is supposed to go into the locker room. I hate to break it to you guys. And, yeah, that's not a regular thing that a coach does not do, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. And I thought that comment boded very well because he's not the entire part of the problem, but he is a part of the problem. And I think that this is the start of a couple of things that need to happen with the Rangers. I feel like there is a chance that if they do get a new coach in there who can manage the lines and get some of those younger players some more time, and you get a GM in the booth who is more competent, I think you can turn this team around without having to go through like a serious rebuild. And I think they have a couple of players that are young. Fox is still relatively young. They got Brennan Hoffman, they got Gabe Peralt, they got Will Cooley, Alexi Lafreniere. They have a core of players they can build it around. It just seems like Laviolette wasn't wanting to do that, playing the guys who were older and more incompetent, just besides Chris Kreider. They seem to hate Chris Kreider now, over the younger players. And I don't think that's right. Again, I also think, too, that, a lot of ways they don't treat their players right in New York. It's just a massive culture problem. And then you hear the things about Panarin with all that. It doesn't bode well. But Laviolette, going back to him, he just wasn't a fit here in New York, at least this season. Last year, they did so good. They literally finished first in the NHL. They went to the conference finals, and then this year they struggle and they fire Laviolette. I would imagine if they bring in another recycle next year, like Rick Tocchet, which would be pretty funny. If they decide to bring in a recycle, they'll do really good next year. They could win the President's Trophy. They'll go on a run, then they'll lose. We'll say, oh, they'll be back, and then they lose out the next season. They either miss or lose in the first round, and that player's gone, or that coach is gone. So again, it's a continuous cycle, it feels like. You saw it happen with Gerard Gallant the year before and David Quinn the year before as well. Just, it's the same things that keep on happening with the Rangers. It's like an endless loop of nothing, and I don't know how you fix this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on Peter Laviolette no longer being the head coach of the New York Rangers. Who would be your choice for the new Rangers coach? Because there has to be some decisions to make there for sure. Again, when we get into our season review video with the Rangers in a couple of weeks, we will definitely go into that for sure. But let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.